Hello and welcome to the Ben and Kelly Holiday Special.
Yay! Christmassy stuff is here.
That's right. Today we're going to talk about, well, just kind of Christmas classics, Christmas movies. It's all about Christmas today.
Yeah, totally. I mean, like, this is a genre of movie you can literally never overplay or make too repetitive. And
Well, I suppose if you watched them all year over and over, like in July, August, February.
No, but as far as making a movie, no one's like, there are too many Christmas movies. We should quit making Christmas movies. It's
Well,
like,
that's true.
no, there needs to be more. It's like if someone made like Die Hard and was like, you know what, 5 is enough. And they're like, that's not true.
Is that really true? And no, and it'd be a blockbuster.
Yeah, absolutely.
So join us for this holiday special, won't you?
The sound of jingle bells, the folly, the holly, the being alone in my house. It's just season's wonderfulness all over.
That's true. We're going to have a different kind of holiday this year.
It's a little different. What's not different is the streaming of campy, predictable holiday cheer films left and right.
Well, something's got to make you feel good, right?
I mean, basically that's this, yes.
Right.
I think we've picked out the most easy-go-lucky, not gonna work too hard film that, I don't know, I've watched this every year ever since it came out, for real.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't think I'd like it. I tried to hate it, and then I was like, oh crap, they made a good movie.
And I agree with you. The first time I watched this, I thought I was going to absolutely hate it, and I loved it. So
Dude.
we are, of course, talking about the Yuletide Ditty movie?
Yeah.
Elf. It's streaming on Starz. It's from 2003. Stars Will Ferrell, Zoe Deschanel, Bob Newhart.
Dude, you know it. If you don't
Yeah.
know it, shame on you. And, if you don't want to observe anything over Christmas, that's fine. You don't want to eat turkey or stuffing or, exchange gifts because of whatever reason. I'm not going to say you're not allowed. But, I mean, this movie's pretty interesting. If you want to watch a fully grown man walk around in felt clothes, it's just, this is your place.
Right. So let's check out the trailer and let's see, we'll judge whether we would have watched it solely from the trailer.
If anything, it's just a nice recap on the thing when I'm like, gee, I want to watch Elf, but I'm in a rush.
All right, shut up. I want to watch the trailer.
Hi.
Your costume is pretty.
Oh, it's not a costume. I'm an elf.
Oh,
Well, technically I'm a human, but I was raised by elves.
New Line Cinema presents the story of one elf who's coming home for Christmas.
Boy. Can't wait to see my dad. We're gonna go ice skating and eat sugar plums. Sorry!
Now,
I think someone sent you a Christmasgram.
Dad!
We should call security.
Good idea.
I like to whisper too.
Buddy's experiencing a world he never knew existed,
But he's your son. What am I gonna do? He's certifiably insane.
discovering what it takes to fit in, and going where no elf has gone before.
What he needs is to be nurtured. Bring him home. Introduce him to Emily and Michael.
How long do you think you'll be with us?
I was thinking like forever.
He cannot stay here.
You can't just throw him out in the snow.
He loves the snow. He's told me 15 times.
Ow! Son of a nutcracker!
We can take him.
where did you say you were from?
This holiday season,
I think you're beautiful, and my tongue swells up when I am around you.
get ready
I planned out our whole day. I thought maybe we could make gingerbread houses and maybe even hold hands.
for a tall tale
How are we gonna get the star on top?
of elfish proportions.
I got it.
Will Ferrell,
Okay, people, Santa's coming to town.
Oh my God! I know him. I know him.
Elf.
Do you remember me?
Dude, I didn't recognize
I
you.
know, I'm in work clothes.
I didn't know you had elves here.
You're hilarious, my friend.
Did you have to borrow a reindeer to get down here?
Hey, you feeling strong, my friend? Call me Elf one more time.
He's an angry elf. Look at you! Ow! Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? Put that down.
Whoa. Okay.
Brings back memories, doesn't it?
It does, but I'm going to go ahead and say this is probably my least favorite trailer ever.
You think? Why's that?
As a Ben and Kelly don't go to the movies, number one, it ruins like half of the best spots of the movie.
Okay, well, a lot of trailers do that these days, too.
This is pretty epically bad, though. Like that whole part where he jumps into the tree in like with a trampoline and tries to put the star on.
Right.
Awesome. That part where he puts the Game of Thrones Lannister guy in a elf, is classic.
Right.
Hold off on those. Don't put those in a trailer.
Okay, I
The
agree with
worst
that.
of it is that they juice the audio and make it sound like a Nerf commercial.
Right, with the
That-
stretchy noises
Yeah.
and yeah.
And the soundtrack on Elf was insane. Zoe Deschanel sings, It's Cold Outside. I mean, there's some stuff that happened in there that was pretty freaking great. And this trailer really makes you feel like you're watching a B-rated Lifetime classic, might not even qualify at the late night hour.
Sure, and that's probably why I didn't think I would like the movie in the
Probably.
first place, because the trailer isn't that strong.
It's pretty bad. You really had all the pieces there. I mean, grumpy dad, semi-certifiably insane child,
Right.
man, that's Will Ferrell.
The mother trying to nurture everyone.
God, I had such a crush on her too. 'Cause
Right?
She's just always so, I don't know what she is. Yikes. Legit though, I cannot believe how poorly this represents the movie.
Yeah, I
Shame.
agree.
2 thumbs down. 2 thumbs down trailer, guys.
2 thumbs up for the movie, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, moving on, we're going to move to the Home Alone canon. Now, there's actually 5 movies in this canon, so to speak. The only 2 that count for me are the ones with Macaulay Culkin, which is Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
I think that's fair.
We're going to look at those 2 trailers. The first one, of course, is about a little boy who gets ditched by his family at Christmas, basically. They leave him at home when they rush off to the airport.
Wait, are you literally explaining the premise of
Okay.
Home Alone?
Yeah, we've all seen the movie. Why am I explaining
Wait,
it?
what is this about? Go in detail. What does this mean for you?
All right, we'll watch the trailer.
No, let's talk about what it means.
Oh, shut up.
I don't need a trailer.
Mom! Dad!
We stopped them!
Where are you going? Where are you going? We're gonna miss the plane!
Did you count heads?
11, including me. 5 boys, 6 girls, 4 parents, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Did we miss the flight? No, you just made it.
Welcome aboard Flight 1275 to Paris, France.
I have a terrible feeling
So which house you want to hit first, huh?
About what?
that we didn't do something.
Crowbars up.
Now you feel that way because we left in such a hurry.
Do we set the timers on the lights?
Mm-hmm.
Did you lock up?
Yeah,
Did you close the garage?
that's it. I forgot to close the garage, that's it.
No, that's not it.
What else could we be forgetting?
Kevin!
Home Alone.
This is my house. I have to defend it. Yes!
Starring Macaulay Culkin,
Up here, you morons! Come and get me!
Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern,
Somebody pick up.
Catherine O'Hara, John Hurd,
Do you speak English?
and John Candy.
I got a feeling this is going to be your best Christmas ever.
Home Alone, a new comedy from John Hughes, directed by Chris Columbus.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
Coming this Christmas.
Keep a knocking, but the can't come in.
Hiya, pal.
Deck the halls with Marv and Harry.
Yes!
Make their Christmas not so merry. Give them bricks and give them riches. One more Christmas in the trenches. Toss some paint cans down to greet them. Send the toolbox down to meet them. Serve them meals for Christmas dinner. Kevin is declared the winner.
May I do the thinking, please?
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
You wearing aftershave? That's kerosene. Now why would anybody soak a rope in kerosene?
Merry Christmas.
Whew, that brings back memories.
Right? A lot of memories.
Well, and I guess I never really put the trailers back to back, but what I noticed is that you have the quintessential 80s, 90s trailer of Let Me Tell You the Movie in 1 minute.
Right.
And then the number one trailer as a sing-along is freaking genius.
Right? I thought that was pretty cool too.
And on top of that, kind of lets you know what you're in for without telling you the entire movie.
Right. Plus, I mean, you kind of know what Home Alone 1 was because it was so popular, so you can tell that it expounds just, more on the same.
While I feel like this is a quintessential classic of Christmas, and I totally understand why this is in people's canon of December, I, interestingly enough, would totally skip Home Alone if I could watch Elf.
Okay.
If I had to choose between the two, like when everyone says, oh, I love all my children equally. Well, if my children were Elf and Macaulay Culkin, I might trade Macaulay Culkin for a PlayStation 5.
Okay.
Just saying. I love him, but...
Poor Macaulay.
Macaulay? It's so hard to say. I don't know.
Yeah.
Moving on.
So, trailers, thumbs up, thumbs down?
You know what? Good progression, right? Most improved.
Okay.
It was like,
and the movies themselves, of course, we love, but not as much as Elf.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I don't know. You can stick. I really feel like as far as
I kind of feel the same. Now, the funny part with the Home Alone films for me is I actually like the humor with the adults.
Yes.
And Catherine O'Hara and John Candy and all of that.
Yes.
More than I like the slapstick of Macaulay Culkin.
Dude, John
and the
Candy
Looney Tunes
is like
stuff.
Some kind of fairy that just flies into movies randomly, and you're like, why is he here? And it's like, why not?
Yeah, and it's like, oh, that's why. Once his part is done.
Yeah. Got to give him credit for that. So
okay. Next up, it is A Charlie Brown Christmas on Apple Plus. Now, of course, this had some controversy this year because originally all the Peanuts specials were pulled from broadcast under a new deal with Apple Plus. So It's the Great Pumpkin didn't air anywhere on television. Then they made a deal because there was so much hubbub with PBS, so now the Peanuts specials air once on PBS and then on Apple Plus.
Somehow I don't think that was the biggest controversy of 2020, but okay.
Well, Christmas controversy has that.
I don't know. Christmas isn't over yet.
Peanuts controversy. I don't know.
I feel like the Earth could still split in half at this point. So.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
So you can catch the specials on Apple Plus. We have the original 1964 trailer to watch for A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Aw, warm fuzzies. Here we go.
All right.
Snow time, winter time, Christmas time. The time of sugar plums, Santa Claus, and at last those lovable children from Peanuts. Enjoy A Charlie Brown Christmas. Meet Charlie Brown, Schroeder and Beethoven, Lucy, and that impudent hound, Snoopy. Here comes Charlie Brown now. Listen.
Thanks for that Christmas card you sent me, Violet. I didn't send you a Christmas card, Charlie Brown. Don't you know sarcasm when you hear it?
Be here as your favorite comic strip comes to life. This year, enjoy a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Well, I gotta say, when you watch this as a remastered and you think, what could they have possibly done from the original? Apparently you could have done a lot, because that was kind of rough.
Yeah, I mean, that was the original 1964. Now, you got to remember, this thing barely made it to air, and the only reason it did make it to air was they had nothing else to play in lieu of it if it got canceled, because the sponsors or the network execs didn't really like the special the first year.
Yeah. Well, however you slice it, it did well. It felt good. And as a trailer, I'm like, I would actually watch that. Like, totally. Especially if I'm somebody who's reading Charlie Brown comics on a regular basis, which I was more a Calvin and Hobbes guy growing up. But if you told me that Calvin and Hobbes was going to become a cartoon, I would have lost my mind.
Right.
I would have 100%. It could have been Calvin and Hobbes go to the DMV.
Right.
I would totally watch that.
Now, I was an avid Peanuts reader, and I was excited when the specials came on. Now, this one was a little before my time, but
yeah,
I always just was so excited when the new special would come on the air, and you'd see that little special thing come on from CBS, and it's like, yay! You know, you're just a kid.
Considering this is before you had video on demand or any choice on what was playing at all, you could watch this for Christmas, and that would feel pretty good.
Now, I do love that there's actually some scenes in the preview that were not actually in the special.
Yeah, I don't remember the part where Charlie Brown got knocked out of frame.
Across the room. That is actually from the year or two prior. They did a test, so to speak, of animated Peanuts.
Yeah.
To try and sell a sponsor. And so that's what that's from. It was a documentary about Charles Schultz, and they just animated some short stuff. It was a test. So that wasn't even from the special. Of course, the scene where Linus got thrown into the sign from him being flung on his blanket, that was deleted because it had a sponsor. So the special was originally sponsored by Coca-Cola. They ended up deleting the scene when nobody else, other sponsors didn't want that in the special itself. So,
whoops.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, all in all, as far as trailers go, I'm amazed how much of that wasn't in the movie at all. And then,
but you still want to watch it.
Yeah, I think it was classy.
Yeah.
I would say that they definitely did what you need to do in a trailer, which is provide some kind of breadth to the characters, understand that there's going to be a story at play. Don't tell the story. Is this right?
Yeah.
I feel like...
No, I agree. Don't give the whole story away.
Maybe we've been doing this too long and I suddenly feel like I'm like the master chef of trailers, but there's some mystery that you're supposed to provide to entice people to watch what you're going to do. If you tell the whole story, which they did not do in this, you ruin it. And so it's like almost to their credit, they actually put stuff that's not even in there at all. Genius.
Right.
Schultz. Way to go.
And of course, I love the special. It is perennial for me.
Totally.
Must watch. And I have to watch it with Marley here. Yeah. Coming up next, it is kind of another fish out of water story. It's Edward Scissorhands, kind of a Christmas fable, so to speak. One of Tim Burton's films with Johnny Depp, Winona Ryder.
Actually, now that you mention it, didn't ever watch this as a Christmas movie.
Really?
This is something I'd watch in summer, actually.
Okay.
But now that you say that, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Most of it takes place at Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the trailer.
Avon calling. Ooh, this is some huge house, isn't it? Hello? Why are you hiding back there? You don't have to hide from me. I'm as harmless as cherry pie. Those are your hands? Those are your hands. I think you should just come home with me.
Joyce, I just saw this strange guy driving with Peg.
Did you get a good look at it?
Hi! Scissors.
Whoa! Heck of a handshake you got there, Ed.
Kim, this is Edward, who's gonna live with us.
Well, this must be quite a change for you, right, Ed?
Those things are cool. Can I bring him to show and tell on Monday?
He's a highly imaginative character. It seems clear that his awareness of what we call reality is radically underdeveloped.
Eddie, you take my very breath away. Do you have a girlfriend?
Is there some special lady in your life?
Hey! Call a doctor. He skewered Kim.
Just a scratch. The power of Satan is in him. I can feel it.
Drop your weapon!
All along, I felt in my gut there was something wrong with him.
From Tim Burton comes the most incredible tale of a most unusual character. Edward Scissorhands.
Hold me. I can't.
All right, there you go.
Wow.
I remember I was working the theater at this point in my life in 1990, and this trailer was attached originally to Home Alone.
No way.
Yeah, and I remember seeing the trailer, and I'm like, that movie looks really stupid.
Yeah.
And I don't think the trailer actually does the movie justice in this case.
No, but it's Tim Burton. It's not going to make sense. Like any...
Well, and this was before he was huge. I mean, yes, he had Beetlejuice,
exactly.
but...
No, that's actually my favorite part of this, is they're like, oh, you'll understand this because he made Batman and Beetlejuice, and if you put those together, you totally get a guy with scissor hands who makes dog hair styling and long
Bored
hair
Housewives
look
go
awesome.
horny, and yeah.
Yeah, I am just... It's one of those shows where it's hard to pitch. I'm really not sure how Tim Burton got this off the ground without being just laughed out of the country.
Right.
But
I do remember after seeing the film, I did really like it.
yeah, no, it is pretty amazing. Like, I think the trailer, for what it's worth, the only thing I would do is leave out the fact that it's from the guy who made Batman.
Right.
That really doesn't...
That doesn't help you at all unless
No,
you're
it
thinking
does
like this
not.
is some kind of comic book thing.
It's like if I'm trying to make the Christmas movie Elf, I don't say I directed Alien 3. You know, like it's like, maybe that doesn't voice any kind of like confidence to the situation.
Right,
So,
right.
Whoops.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Mhm.
Join us next week as we discuss more Christmas merriment in trailers and film.
Then the cat, Mary, and I go Murray. Yeah, I am. Okay, I'm on to. I like it. We're all fun. Yeah, I'm home. La la la. And I go Murray. I wanna say home. Then the cat say home. Yeah, you do. I know this is the time.